The topic for today is risk mitigation, monitoring and management. Risk analysis and management are a series of steps that help a software team to understand and manage uncertainty or risk. Recognizing what can go wrong is the first step called risk identification. Next, each risk is analyzed to determine the likelihood that it will occur and the change that it will do if it does occur. Once this information is established, risks are ranked by probability and impact. Finally, a plan is developed to manage those risks that have high probability and high impact. A risk mitigation, monitoring and management RMM plan is produced. The RMM should be revisited as the project proceeds to ensure that risks are kept up to date. Contingency plans for risk management should be realistic. Welcome to our channel Engineering and Technology for You. If you are not subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe. Risk mitigation, monitoring and management. This is the topic for today. Let us start with the introduction. All of the risk analysis activities have a single goal to assist the project team in developing a strategy for dealing with risk. So, whenever the project starts, there has to be a strategy for dealing with the risk, because risk management is very important for project, because it will add to the cost or the schedule will be slipped if the risk occurs. So an effective strategy must consider these three issues. First is the risk mitigation. Now, risk mitigation is nothing but the action of reducing the severity or the seriousness of the risk is risk mitigation. So this will be very important activity so that the severity of the risk is reduced. Then next activity is the risk monitoring. So this is the activity which keeps the track of the risk during the entire project. And then last is risk management and contingency planning. So this will begin when the risk has occurred. So now the risk has occurred, what is to be done to reduce its effect? So that is the risk management part. Then let us take an example. Here we are going to take an example of the risk high staff turnover. To explain these 3 points, that is mitigation, monitoring and management. If the software team adopts a proactive approach to risk, avoidance is always the best strategy. So what is proactive approach? See, taking an action by causing change, that is the proactive, and not by just only reacting to change when it happens. That means this approach, we are not waiting for the action to be taken after the risk has occurred. Before that only we have to see that the risk does not occur, avoid it. So this is done by developing a plan for risk mitigation. Here in this example, we take the high staff turnover. Now, what is turnover? The rate at which the employees leave a company and are replaced by new people, that is the turnover. And if the staff turnover is high, that means many team members are leaving the project and new members are joining. So that becomes a risk for the project. So it is, this project risk is noted as R1, and based on the past history and management intuition, the likelihood of the high turnover is estimated. So if it is found to be zero point 0.7 or 70%, that means it is high. And that's why the impact, say X1, is projected as great. So when the high turnover has a critical impact on the project cost and the schedule, that's why you have to reduce this impact so that the project cost and schedule is not affected. So this is done with the help of mitigation, monitoring and management. Let us see how it is done. First, we apply the risk mitigation. So to mitigate this risk, you develop a strategy for reducing the turnover. So what are the different steps to be taken for that? Let us see. The first is the current staff. You have to discuss with the current staff and determine the causes for the turnover, whether it is uh, poor working condition, low pay or salary, competitive job market. What is the cause for the turnover? You have to discuss with the current staff members and uh, mitigate those causes that are under your control before the project starts. So the project manager, whatever causes are there, if he can eliminate those causes, then the turnover can be reduced. And once the project commences, we assume that there is going to be turnover, and you have to develop techniques to ensure the continuity when people leave. So the project should continue. That is the what you'll have to. Then next, you have to organize the project teams so that the different development activities, they are widely dispersed, so that many of the team members will know about the different development activities such as coding, testing and other activities, designing. Then define work product standards and establish mechanisms to be sure that all models and documents are developed in a timely manner. So this is very important. If this is ensured, that means the chances of project slipping out of the schedule will be reduced, and the documents are developed properly. So even if the individuals leave the project, new members, they can take their work. Then conduct peer reviews of all work. So here it means the team members will take a review of each other's work so that the work will be speeding up because more than one person will be involved in different activity. Then lastly, assign a backup staff member for every critical technology. So as far as possible, we should include backup staff member for critical technologies so that even if the staff member leaves, the project will continue. Then next is the risk monitoring. So as the project proceeds, the risk monitoring will start, and the project manager monitors the factors that provide an indication of whether risk is becoming more or less likely. That means here in our case, the risk is high staff turnover. So the general attitude of the team members based on the project pressures, then the degree to which the team has, means how they are mixing with each other, and interpersonal relationship among team members, potential problems with compensation and benefits, availability of job within the company and outside, all are monitored. Say you have to monitor the general attitude. Then only we'll come to know whether somebody is leaving the company or, depending on the attitude. Then, in addition to monitoring these factors, project manager should monitor the effectiveness of risk mitigation steps. Whatever steps we have discussed for the risk mitigation, whether they are, they are effective or not, you have to monitor that. Say, for example, the work product standards and mechanism to ensure that work products are developed in a timely manner. So, if the work products are developed in a timely manner, that means even if there is a turnover, the project will continue. So, this mechanism for ensuring continuity will be critical individual leave the project. So, even if somebody is leaving the project will continue. And the project manager should monitor work products carefully to ensure that each can stand on its own and that each imparts information that would be necessary if newcomer was forced to join the software team in the middle of the project. So the documentation, the work product is important, and if it is documented properly, then it is easy to hand over to the new member who is joining in the middle of the project. Then he can proceed with the project. Then next comes the risk management and contingency planning. So here the risk management and contingency planning, it will begin assuming that the mitigation efforts have failed and the risk has become a reality. Risk has occurred. So in this case, our case, high turnover. Number of people announce that they are leaving the company. So if we have done something in the mitigation strategy, that is, the backup is available and information is documented properly, and the knowledge of, about the project is there within the team members, then in that case the project will not be. So in addition, you can temporarily refocus resources. So here, to those functions that are fully staffed. So the functions that are fully staffed, they can do more work and allow the newcomers to take time to gain the speed. Then those individuals who are living are asked to stop the work and spend their time in transferring the knowledge to others. So this is can be done with the video based knowledge capture and development of commentary documents or weekend meetings, and even the individual meetings can be conducted with the team members who are in the project so that knowledge can be transferred. Then the RMM plan. So here we can include the strategy in the software project plan, or there can be separate risk management plan, can be organized into separate risk mitigation, monitoring and management. And the RMMM plan will document all work performed as part of risk analysis and used by the project manager as a part of overall project plan. Then once the plan has been documented, the risk mitigation and monitoring steps, they will be that will start. Then let us take another example of another risk. The risk is late delivery, and let us try to understand this again, the same steps: mitigation, monitoring and management. In mitigation, we'll try to avoid the late delivery because the cost associated with the late delivery is critical, and late delivery will result in late delivery of the letter of acceptance from the customer. So without the letter of acceptance, the group will receive a failing grade for the course. So that's why the steps have been taken to ensure timely delivery by gauging the scope of the project. So here, depending on the delivery deadline, the scope of the project can be gauged so that the project is completed in time before the deadline. So this is how we can mitigate the risk of late delivery. Then coming to the monitoring. In the monitoring, as the schedule has been prepared, you have to monitor the status of the project as per the schedule. So if you are falling behind the schedule, that means the risk of late delivery can occur. So the schedule should be followed closely for all the development stages so that we don't make it. Then the last part is the management. Now if the risk has occurred, that means we are unable to complete the project within the given time. That means late delivery is going to be there. So this is a catastrophic failure in the project development. So development team will be affected. In order to avoid it, we can request the extension of deadline from the customer, and if the customer agrees, the deadline is extended. So that is the management part for this risk deal. Then let us see the summary. So risk mitigation is a problem avoidance activity. That is the severity of the risk is reduced with the help of that. And then risk monitoring is a project tracking activity with three primary objectives. First is to access the project predicted risk, whether they are going to occur or not, and then to ensure that risk aversion steps defined for the risk are being properly applied so that risk does not occur. Then to collect information that can be used for future risk analysis. So with these three objectives, the risk monitoring will be carried out. So risk mitigation monitoring, even then the risk is going to occur when an organization will not be able to fully eliminate or eradicate risk, because risk is uncertain. That's why it cannot be fully eliminated or eradicated. So every project management will have its own set of risks to be dealt with for the project, depending on the size of the project, complexity, and the technology being used. So a certain degree of risk will be involved when undertaking a project. That is what we conclude. So with this, we come to the end of this video. If you have any questions, you can contact me on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, or Instagram. Then if you like the video, press the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel Engineering and Technology for You. And don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notifications for future videos on this subject. Then thanks for watching. Have a nice day.